Hello, everyone. This is Nagesh and Prabhat. We are going to learn something about the last event, which is Sprint Retrospective. So, Nagesh, tell us something about what is Sprint Retrospective.
Sprint Retrospective is the last event of the sprint time box for 3 hours for a 1 month sprint and usually shorter for shorter duration. The purpose of the Sprint Retrospective is to inspect the process, the Scrum framework that includes people, process we are following, coordination, communication, collaboration, improvements, also definition of done. And based on that, we want to adapt actionable improvements to make the next sprint more enjoyable and next sprint more valuable.
Fantastic. In fact, I have heard about some misconceptions in the industry about this event, Nagesh, that who are the participants of this Sprint Retrospective? Does it include the outside management also?
That's a great question, Prabhat, and thanks for asking. Sprint Retrospective is not meant for any outsiders other than the Scrum team members. When I say Scrum team members, Scrum Master, the product owner, and developers, they are the mandatory participants for Sprint Retrospective. Other than these three mandatory participants, we do not need stakeholders or management inside the Sprint Retrospective.
Fantastic. That's a great, insightful answer, Nagesh. In fact, no, when we talk about the actionable improvements as part of this sprint retrospective, where does it fed into the overall Scrum framework?
That's a great question. In my experience, most of the times the actionable improvements can be part of your sprint backlog for your upcoming sprint. An example of that could be that imagine that um, we found some issues late into our development, and it would have been very easier for us to identify those issues if we had pair programmed or if we have worked in pairing. Imagine somebody who is doing testing pairs with somebody who is actually doing development. When I say this, it should not be mistaken that we have developers and testers as two different roles. No, I'm just talking about specialities. Imagine that there is someone who is actually testing the product and somebody has developing the product. Imagine we are already doing some sort of pairing in the early days of the sprint so that there is a 4I principle, and this could be a potential improvement opportunity for a particular Scrum team. And the next sprint onwards, they would like to drive these improvements, right? There are so many things which can be done like this. I'm happy to provide more insights as needed.
Great work, Nagesh. In fact, in order to summarize what we all understood it, sprint retrospective, the purpose of this event is to inspect the overall Scrum framework and also adapt the actionable improvements in order to next make the next sprint better. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much.